It was a beautiful fall day. I remember as I walked to the church, pausing just to take it in. Baby blue cloudless sky, the birds singing. Life was good. When I got to the church, I remembered it was Tuesday and the ladies would be in for project group. It was my favorite day of the week to hear them chatter and laughing downstairs. They'd just begun to arrive when the phone rang. It was one of the members that usually gathered with them, and she wanted to let me know that she would not be coming in today. Would I pass that word on to the ladies? I said, sure. She says, well, something's happened at the World Trade Center. I'm not sure what it is, but I've got a friend that works near there and I haven't heard from her. I want to stay close to the phone. I said, I understand. I went down and delivered the news to the ladies and then walked over to the parsonage to see what I could find out. It was there in the midst of the news broadcast that I saw the second plane hit the World Trade Center. And my first thought was to recall the words of that famous poet, Chicken Little. The sky is falling, the sky is falling. That's what it felt like. The world, as I knew it, had just come to an end. In the days and weeks after that event, I entertained many a conversation with friends and family and parishioners alike. Is this the end? Is this the time that Jesus was talking about? Are we about to witness the end of the world? It was an event that changed our lives forever. And I prayed that I would never see another like it. And then COVID hit and we were off and running. And those same conversations were happening again and again. It was those same conversations that were happening in the first century Palestine. The tensions between Rome and Jewish rebels was growing and escalating daily. It was reaching the boiling point. And then the unthinkable happened. The Romans destroyed the Jewish temple. And life, as all had known it, both Jews and those early Christians, changed forever. And speculation ran high. Is this the time? Particularly in the Christian community, that was an issue. For Jesus had promised to return. And now it had been 30, 40 years. And it is in the midst of those conversations about that delay, about the tensions and the time, that reminded the gospel writers of what Jesus said about these times. First of all, it was not a time to be afraid, for this was God's time, and things would happen in God's time, and we didn't have to worry about when that would be. And besides, since we're so good at forecasting the weather, we should be able to see the signs when they come. So Jesus' words are, keep awake, watch, and you will see. But in the meantime, get back to work and do the things that I've told you to do. The things you've seen and heard in me. To love God and to love those around you. Keep working. Because for many of us, that feeling of doom and gloom in the midst of chaos and confusion are not the massive events that shake the world, but are those events that come to us in a daily way, in death and sickness, in all the many losses that we experience. And Jesus' words is true to us in the midst of our personal, individual apocalypses. I will be with you. I am coming soon. And you will see me. Watch. I will be with you. Do not be afraid. I've got this. And the promise is that he will walk with us in the midst of these times when it seems that our skies are falling and we can't possibly go on. He surrounds us with family and friends to comfort us, to strengthen us, and sometimes even to give us a good swift kick. Whatever it is that is needed to get us through this time. For many of us, the skies are falling all the time. And it is good to know that there is one who is coming to be with us in those times. The Christian life celebrates Advent, a time of waiting and watching, a time of remembering Christ's promise to be with us when the sky is falling. It was a question that was put to Martin Luther in a time of great confusion and chaos and much speculation about, is this the time? When he was asked, what would you do if you knew the world would end tomorrow? He said, I'd plant a tree today. You see, our eyes are always fixed on the future, for it is God's future. And God will lead us forward, even when the skies are falling. He will be with us, Emmanuel, now and forever.